Okay, so we are getting into love for couples and singles as we are about to approach March. Let's see what's going on with you couples. We'll start with couples, and we're going to start obviously with Aries first. If you haven't taken the time to check out the previous video, go check out that general for the week ahead starting March 1st. And there's also should be after this video, maybe even before, the work reading, and that's going to be helpful for a lot of you out there. So do check those videos out if you haven't already. Okay, let's get into love, and let's look at couples. There may not have been much communication. One of you is ready to talk. You may be ready to talk to them. Some of you may be coming across a bit selfish, like it's all about you. You may be much more focused on your career, what you have to do, and providing and taking care of. Money could be very much a focus here. And some of you may feel like there needs to be an understanding. Like you want to set aside emotions and get more logical and practical about the relationship, whether it is outlining what you need to do or them. And you are kind of cold about that. You're very clear about that. But you're going to be moving. I'm sorry, it's taking me so long to kind of look at this. But you're going to reach out and try to, some of you, it's all about paying someone. I don't know if you have to pay alimony, child support, something like that. And it's like, I don't give a damn about you. I'm doing what I need to do. Here, take this little bit of money and you can go. Because I'm definitely seeing that. But for others of you, it's kind of, if there is a good relationship here, it speaks to as long as everyone knows their position. You play your position and I'll play mine. It's something like that. But it does come with some forms of some expectation and a shrewdness, if that makes sense on your part. Your person is not really, is defensive and guarded toward you. They may feel like the situation is coming to an end. Some of you just had a baby or there's a baby. Someone is ascending higher. So things are changing and they're not so comfortable with that. They're hopeful about this situation, even if the two of you have to break up. I'm sorry, I'm not showing these cards. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it down here, but even if there is a separation or a divorce that is here now, they're still hopeful. And this is someone who may be known in some kind of way or have made things very known. It could be pretty public, what's going on with the two of you, but they're still hopeful and moving forward. And they stressed out over this situation. I think that may be obvious to you. Yeah, it can be very obvious to you and a lot of other people. Like this situation can get kind of nasty, if that makes sense. And it will be open to the public, open to people. They're going to know. And even the connection and coming back together also could be known as well. If not now, down the line, there's a sense of wanting to make it work out. Yeah, because I see apologies, reaching out. That will be hot, cold, until the two of you decide what you're going to do. There's going to be this energy of I'll do whatever I want to do. So there's both of you want it still, but one of you truly wanting it the way that you're supposed to want it is not the case. And it's just going to make the two of you butt heads because you're both very strong-willed at this time. Now on to singles. Okay, singles. Aries, single. I'm just going to read every single overall. Love is a battlefield and you are a soldier. So you're coming across very defensive and guarded, like you've been through things and people can see it all over you. You are exhausted when it comes to love because change hasn't truly been made, but you're kind of wanting to get out of your head only to get right back in your head. And then overindulging in things that really doesn't suit you here. So some of you singles, you really do want love, but you're kind of going through a lot in order to deny yourself of it. You're tired of learning love lessons, karmic relationships, only to end up hurt, devastated, or disappointed by situations. For some of you, if you do meet someone, they could be at a distance, and again, it can still bring on these same things. So love for you Aries singles out there is pretty much a challenge, and you're taking your time, leaving the past behind. That's easier said than done because you carry a lot of that baggage with you. You're going to get out there and explore. There's some brokenness here. So for some of you, if you're having some issues with your overall stability, money, and healthy circumstances around you, some of you, there's some resentment around money or partnership when it comes to money, changes that needs to be made. And if it's all on one person, they may be very cold and callous. I know this is singles, but I'm talking about people that are still dealing with old relationships that are unsettled. Some of you, my point is, you've got to kind of really fix the existing things that's going on in your life as it relates to a partnership before healthy relationships can come to you. You have there is already a stable individual in your life, but this woman, if you are an Aries man, she triggers you because she is very stable. Like she really comes from money or has money. She may have more than you do, whatever that is for you. It could be money, it could be family, it could be a bunch of things that is in abundance for her, and it's a challenge for you, and she triggers that within you. You women, you have that, and so moving on and accepting the man in your life could be quite intimidating. Well, how many more minutes? I can't even see how many minutes I have here. I can't see, but I do see that for some of you, either way, if you are entertaining someone singles, there could be someone, but I get particularly male, not to target men or anything, but I get a male energy that will be challenged with giving you what it is that you need, or him, or if you're an Aries man, accepting that from that woman because he's just not equal to this person as far as stability and all of those things, and it can be very much a challenge. Also, yeah. That's a challenge, and that's for singles. Hey, Taurus. Okay, so go check out, if you haven't already, the general for the upcoming week. And also check out either before or after this video, what do they think about you at work? So there's that. So let's get into the love reading. And this is going to be for couples and singles. And we'll start with couples first. Okay, some of you are going through a separation or divorce in a relationship, or you're getting more close and more committed in this relationship. You have a provider or someone that you provide for. And some of you are focusing on the issues, and there could be a little nitpicking, like things get on your nerves about this person, or the two of you could be kind of nitpicky over things, little challenges here. But you're willing and wanting to kind of address them and rid yourself of it is what it looks like. Hold on, guys. Let me get the card. Some of you, as long as this person is making you comfortable, and for some of you they're making you comfortable, they bring a lot of happiness to you, so you will be staying, it looks like, but it's very difficult for you to either accept love or to forgive or to say you're sorry. Some of you could be also indulging a lot over the situation, but there's going to be, for some of you, this is like you may be proposing to someone, proposing something, or proposing to them. Like you're ready to kind of go to the next level, deepen the relationship, do something, do more. Because for the most part, this is a good thing going. It's just there's some difficulties here, and there may be apologies and sorries, and now you have to buy something. They care about you, but sometimes you get on their nerves and they become despondent, or you will. This is a relationship that could possibly be for convenience, because you both can give the other person what they need. Like you can give them money, you can provide their necessities, what they need. It could be this woman is a good provider with love, affection, attention, nurturing, that sort of thing. She looks good, that sort of thing. We do well together, that sort of thing. But there could be a challenge with reciprocity. But they feel like the two of you have like this kindred connection between the two of you, even though you butt heads. So there's some little issues that over time can turn into bigger things, but you both seem to feel like it's not something where it's going to tear you apart. So a lot of communication. Someone's going to be traveling and being disconnected, or coming to see each other. Just depends. And trying to either being able to make up things through money and gift giving, and or spending some time together. Yeah, some of you are getting married. I do see that. You're getting married, and it could be the little things that kind of get on people's nerves, but I do see a marriage, a wedding, or a baptism, and someone has to kind of provide more, give more, which they're willing to do. And it looks like this is a relationship that could be at a distance, or you're distant from one another, but somebody wants what they want when they want it, and they're willing to pay or do whatever it takes to get it, which is what they're going to do. Something like that. Okay, Gemini. So go check out the overall general reading that was put up first. I think it's before this one, and then perhaps before this one or after this one, go check out the work reading. How do they feel about you? So, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Something ain't right. Some of you may be trying to manipulate your way or create a new path for yourself. But let's get into love, and we're going to read for couples as well as singles. But right now we're going to do couples. Keeping things to yourself about your feelings for your person. Some of you could feel disconnected, but also starting to feel a bit unapologetic about it, if that makes sense. Like you're going to make things more about yourself. You know, Uranus is coming to get you, right? Uranus is coming to get you. Some of you are ready to take it to the next level. You're going to embrace that. Either way, whether it be with or without them. And I mean, you're still with them, but you're going to take on more of an independent energy. There's going to be, I'm excelling to the next level. So get ready, Gemini. Oh, I guess they better get ready. Yeah. It may be hard for you to get over some devastation and into a situation, the way things have changed, but you definitely still want them. You feel very attracted to them, very drawn to this person. You find them extremely attractive as well. It just is a strong attraction. You're going to be very strategic, though, in how you react or behave toward them. I'm hearing less caring. Some of you start to become a little hardened because, or you could be saying this about your person, but there's a sense of starting to be more hardened and less emotional, more about what you want, because you may feel like you've waited long enough, you're not getting your needs met, something like that. Or some of you are just completely going to change. The change is coming. They may feel like you work a lot, and there could be other people involved, or you could be manic, like you're always focusing on this. You can't let things go as well, but you work a lot. There's a lot of work to be had. They want to get together with you. They want to spend time with you. They also can be like feeling like you put your friends first and outside people, that sort of thing. And it's hard for them to wait. So there's a sense of not wanting to wait, not being willing to wait, and to even expect consistency out of the situation. They want things to change. For some of you, they may want more from you. And it's like, well, I'm not going to be waiting around for 10 more years for you to do ... Because, And this person, if they don't see that change, could definitely be cutting you out and getting very stern about the situation between the two of you, almost giving an ultimatum. But right now, I do see them being more loving, caring, and kind, wanting your love, or willing to give it to you, that sort of thing. Well, there could be a third party here to some extent. It doesn't have to be love related. Yeah. Some of you, there is a heading toward a separation or a breakup. Even if you've come back together, it could be difficult to sustain. It could be heading toward that. Unfortunately, some disappointment, being at a crossroads and a stalemate between the two of you. And it could be someone is entering or leaving your life, and also could be Leo. This Leo will be significant, and this Leo could work a lot, or there's a lot, like pressure's about to bust pipes between you and this Leo. Yeah, some of you, this person could be working a lot to propose and be married to you, them. There could be some growth between the two of you in this relationship. It doesn't have to be a Leo. It could just be, your person or even you. But someone could be working towards something greater with each other. But I also see there being a sense of like divide. It could be somebody starts to work in a different location, and that pulls the two of you away. But I feel it's temporary, and it is for something more deeper in meaning between the two of you is what it appears. But there's going to be a need for some temporary, I'm hearing layoffs, separations, layoffs that can lead to separations, or the two of you laying off from whatever the routine you've had, because it's going to bring separation, something like that. Oh, okay. So now we're going to look at singles. Some of you are kind of getting yourself out there, but also you may be on ice. So trying to get a response or interest your way could be a challenge. You're very conflicted about love. There's a sense of like it's a jungle out there. It's a lot going on. It's kind of like turning you off a little bit as far as love is concerned. And that's from past relationships. You're trapped in your head about someone that perhaps cuts you off. For some of you, it's a deeper meaning, like there's real world stuff that you're going through, and that's what's on your mind rather than love at this time. You could be in battle with you and another person Gemini singles, and that could be creating an issue between being able to move forward. I just see a lot of stress, worry, and aggravation when it comes to love, when it comes to your life. Like there's other things going on that's freaking you out and stressing you out rather than worrying about love at this time. But there will be or can be an opportunity to connect with another person sexually, that sort of thing. And you're going to be with it. You may be like, I've waited long. Okay, wait a minute. Listen. You'll put the stress aside for long enough to enjoy yourself. I do see indulging, having a good time with somebody that loves you or someone who's very loving. This can go on for some time. And then it becomes apparent that the two of you have changed. Things have changed between the two of you. This could be like you meet someone, singles, and it takes off, but then it doesn't go it goes nowhere. And you make people aware of that. But then another person, a second person comes in and that's your person, or this person could circle back around. There's a lot of fear and worry around the past, children, somebody's actions of the past, something like that. That's like a sidebar, keeps coming up. But yeah, I feel like some of you have I'm real. It could be a Leo. I'm seeing that very strongly on Earth sign. But I do see someone possibly coming in that could go somewhere, and it could be the second time around. So. Okay, Cancer, go check out the general read as well as the work. How do they feel about you? Videos that should be up now or will be up right after. One of them at least will be up before this one. Okay, we're going to focus on love, and we're going to read for couples as well as singles, and we'll start with couples first. Some of you want to reconcile. Some of you are feeling horny, so you want to spend some time with your person. They may be doing that to you too. You may feel like this person is sneaky, can't be trusted, very elusive. Moving on is a challenge here for you. But some of you are doing that. You're cutting this person out. You might be talking to them or wanting to talk to them, but you still haven't been able to move on, or they're not leaving you alone, which still makes it a bit difficult. You spy on this person. You want to know you still want to know what's going on with them, but you are still also adamant about staying away or leave me alone, but they still trigger you. You still are affected by them. And I do see that you're going to be acting out. I'm sorry that I'm not showing these cards right now. I'm just really in the zone. But you're going to possibly act out, or every little thing could agitate you. And that really is just because there's no resolve with the situation with this person. It's like you don't want them, but you don't want anyone else to have them. They still care about you. Especially if this resulted with a pregnancy, a family dynamic. We once was. I don't care how long it's been. There's still that sense there between the two of you. And they kind of want some time to spend with you too. Maybe make another baby. I'm trying to get back in this door. I don't know why I'm talking like the two of you are not together. So they still want back in. If the two of you are, well, that's because it seems like you're not with them. And if you are together, they want to spend time. They want all of your time. Money, career, somebody's family could be a bit of a challenge here in this relationship. But your person may feel like they're at a standstill. There's nothing they can really do about this situation. It kind of is what it is. There's a sense of having to make some sacrifices here. And they're going to be very conflicted. They can start acting out. They can get very vicious because some things have turned against them. This is their reasoning behind it, and it could get kind of vicious. So I would say, Cancers, be careful with what you share, what you say, how you move. It may not, it just could be a karmic situation, but they're going to be pissed and could literally act out. But right now, I do see that they want to reconcile and everything to be okay, but it's really about ego being fed. Like, this person is a piece of work. There's hope, and the two of you are intrinsically connected, but someone else can be coming in. Either one of you are carrying a double face, or there's another person that's going to come in, and either way, that energy is going to intervene between the two. Yeah, I keep saying. Someone could be willing or ready to fully commit, propose, take a leap of faith into a new direction, whatever that means. And then I see that there starts to be like running hot and cold, something like that. I mean, singles, I don't know why I keep stopping my camera instead of pausing the camera. So we're going to look at singles. You can be very stable. Like, you are someone, Leos, this is for Cancer singles. Like, you are someone that would be a great catch, and a man would be willing to, invest in. Some of you have made a lot of sacrifices and had to learn a lot of karmic lessons when it comes to relationships. And it may have been public, or it really taught you a lot. So you've been changed by it. Some of you are still waiting on this ex. Just to cut them out. You remember how they treated you. Or you made it very clear for them not to wait for you anymore. And you're not going to be so sure about love. You Cancers are starting to go inward and kind of not want. Some of you are pregnant and it's like, I'm going to go hide out. But you're not really going to want to be out there because you may feel too vulnerable. Like, too much has gotten out. Too many people know things, or you've really been changed since whatever relationship this is. And you're starting to kind of go more inward, being to yourself, less exposure, and also not feeling like you're getting the right attention, feeling maybe to some extent used. I do see singlehood and being okay with taking your time for someone to come in, because a real individual is going to take time. You are blessed. It seems like there's a sense of protection here. And you may be doing a lot better with your career or making money. And you get to the point where you want to maneuver in a different different space. So be open to different things. You are attracting people who have a lot of unresolved childhood wounds, as well as could be very selfish at this time. So going in internally Cancer singles, and focusing on yourself will bring you a higher level of spiritual awareness and start to disconnect you from people who are more worldly and cerebral. And that'll be better for you. It is a mourning and losing someone that's either have taken its toll, or you'll get to a pinnacle place there. But the work that you're doing now to kind of safeguard yourself, stay inward, and be to yourself will be to your benefit when it's all said and done, and others around you will be trying to play catch up. Okay, Leo, so make sure you check out the general reading as well as the work read. How do they feel about you at the workplace? So now we're going to focus on love, and we're going to focus on love for couples as well as singles, and we'll do singles first. No, well, I guess so. I wanted to do couples first, but we're going to do singles first. You're too busy for work. You have a lot on your plate and you are super focused. It's all about money. It's all about what you need to do for yourself. You may not have the best sleep, but you are focused. So it's all about money in the practical areas of your life. You may feel like love can get very muddled and get confusing, and it's hard to kind of decide what you want because there may be a lot of people out there, but no one has really had the power to get your attention. And there's a sense of still reminiscing about the past for some of you. And also the way people come across. It's just people's attitudes. Communication could be a bit of a challenge, or you're perceived and judged in ways that you may feel like, all right, okay, fine. I don't have to come back around. So some of you still love your ex, or you still want love from your ex here. And I do feel like you may be in a hopeless place for some of you Leo singles out there, indulging in some kind of way because you're trying to overcome a love loss or walk away from something or someone. But you have sex. You have sex coming up, and you have, if you want it, you have sex coming up, but you know things are very karmic for you right now, Leo. So you may single, so you just be careful with the decisions that you're making. But I do feel like you're going to have a lot more stamina and vices, desires. I do see that you feel bound and caged to some extent, wanting to go more private, being more disconnected, taking on singlehood. There's somebody energy that's pulling your energy and lassoing your energy as well. But some of you could be making peace with your singlehood. So there's a sense of and it could be the female here. So if someone has tied a female up and tried to make her life difficult and keep her single, and if it affected her in the past, the tables are about to turn. It's something about some karmic justice and adjustments that's coming up. And you're going to have someone coming into your life that wants to give you sexual healing at best. Definitely. Either way, you go to them and they come to you. Okay, so Leo couples. Let's look at couples. Some of you can be dealing with Libra. Some of you, relationship is a benefit for you, but you're focusing on the positive because you love them and they make you very happy. Some of you could be traveling, just life is kind of going good. So you're focusing on the positives at this time. And the negative is kind of not even that bad either. Okay, but it could be someone being all that they can be, learning a lesson, moving to the next level, getting higher could be a bit of a challenge here. And there's a sense of somebody not trusting someone. So they don't trust where you go, how far you got to go, where you have to go now, what are you doing? So there's a sense of not really trusting or feeling that you have to be very strategic. There could be also some things that you've learned, you haven't said anything about, but you've gotten some insight about someone's behavior. Some of you, there's a sense of a divorce or separation that could be coming up, or trying to make a situation right and come back around. So it's a return, and yes, let's make this work, and I'll act right as long as you act right. It's that type of thing, some demands and commands. But if there isn't already a separation, there could be one coming up with those same things I mentioned. They're very conflicted by you, like little things could have gotten in the way in this relationship and they're missing you and they're feeling bad about the situation. They may feel like you just tossed them out of nowhere. If the situation just got bad, like the pressure was busting pipes. And also there's some issues and conflict with money. Like someone may say that you spent all the money. What did you do? Or now that you're not together or there's a rough patch you're going through, I'm not going to be able to depend on you. There's something, or where were you? Something like that, where money is getting or has gotten problematic in this relationship. And there's a worry because of the disconnect here, because someone may have the money and the other person doesn't. Or someone's loyalty and commitment to this is challenged here. Somebody's actions could have created a problem between the two of you too. And it could become very obvious that this person is moving on. For some of you, this person may be saying that everything is okay and we can move on, and eventually they leave you because they have to like physically get over you before they can physically, I'm sorry, I meant to say they have to emotionally get over you before they can physically get over you, honestly, and walk away from you. Something like that. But the two of you both have a separation and a disconnect coming up. But, you know, it could work in the future that either, okay, now we're going to just separate and go our separate ways, or we're going to make an effort to try to work this out. Whatever it is going to be obvious, like even the public, like people will know. Another person could have gotten involved in this relationship. Yeah. But there's still love here and there's still a wanting between the two of you, because somebody loves. This is a third party. Like, this is a third party, especially if there's a distance between you and another person. Yeah. If this isn't, there's a lot of love here and there's a lot of desire, and this woman really wants this man, but he cannot get to her because somebody is already in something. I see a lot of like, either the two of you are matching each other's energy very well, but it's beyond the two of you, or there's a lot of other people involved in this relationship. God damn. Or two other significant people. And I feel like this is about if the two of you start to, wait a minute, this is for Cancer. Who's this for? Shit. This is Leos, right? Couples, I'm sorry. So, and if this does result in a breakup, then it'll be a focus on money. The person, if one of you have more than the other, then they're going to use that against the other person, which isn't going to work, because whoever is the person that is going to try to be nefarious or is nefarious, they have a lot of karma coming their way, and they're going to be the one kind of left in a problematic situation while the other person is freed and moves on from this. So very interesting situation, very karmic. Okay, Virgo, right? Yeah. Go check out the general reading that has or will drop, as well as the work. How do they feel about you at work? That's going to drop or have dropped. You just have to check it out. Now we're going to focus on love, and we're going to read for couples as well as singles, and we'll start with couples first. Some of you may feel like the two of you are in recovery and you're so happy and thankful for that. Some of you could be giving this another chance, but it could be resuscitating, like, okay, I'm gonna try this again, but if not, I want to try it again, or you believe that you can. Okay. Ooh, so you You may feel like the two of you is challenging to see the progression, to see the maturity in this relationship. And because things does not have consistency over time. And it could also affect your finances here. And some of you could feel like things are definitely going to change here. Things can definitely change here because you may feel like you're not getting the attention or you don't want to give them any attention. And you could also feel like it's either you're deciding to do that and that's what they are going to need to know, or they don't want to give it to you and that's what they need to be honest about. Something like that. But for right now, it's very obvious that you're still wanting this even after there being some issues. There's some sense of distrust or wanting to get away from. This person wants to kind of reconcile and give it another shot. They also don't like that you're so disconnected and you can be very difficult and hard to connect with, even like you don't acknowledge your challenges, your hangups, and how you could be here, Virgo. But I feel like they're going to kind of they're going to be committed to you or be very willing to reconnect or continue to invest. But someone is serious about not having to always edge the other person, nudge the other person. Somebody is very stubborn, and that stubbornness is really creating a problem in this relationship. Your person could act like, if your person is acting like it's all about them, it's because they're not so sure about where this is going to go. They also are going to get clear about it, and it could be you that they want. Well, they also maybe feeling that about you. Like it's not all about you. And they need you to understand that they want this, and they need you to realize what it is that you're doing. Something like that. Yeah, I do see a renewal in love or wanting to renew love here. And it's going to come in quick and fast, which it could be a travel to or from with each other. A lot of communication starts to pick up and things start to feel a lot better between the two of you. Like people are not really holding grudges, but there could be a shift between one of you. So it's like they stop communicating, stop reaching out as much, stop being consistent in some kind of way, only for there to be an apology. And it's stressing, it looks like, both of you out, because neither one of you can kind of let this situation go. It's like the stubbornness from one of you, but also not being able to let the situation go, which only results in doing things that isn't in the best interest of the relationship, right? Or someone would have to pay to play. And I'm talking about a relationship now, Virgos. So there's a pay to play. I feel like there's also a pay to play for a Gemini, especially if it's a Gemini with a Taurus or some Leo, something like that. There's a dynamic where it's like, oh, if you want it, you're going to have to pay for it. Literally. And I'm talking about relationships as well. So some of you could be part of that group of people. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I see for couples. Okay, Virgo singles. You have unfinished business. And people may feel like that's why you're mean. You could even talk about your past. You may be trying to run away from love because you already love someone, or you can't give someone what they need. Some of you have gotten in a rut where it's hard for you to interact with people or to even accept love. And you may have felt very triggered by a particular person. So you've been changed and it's hard for you to get over them or to get out of that space. I just said the same thing. It keeps telling me the same thing. Somebody definitely someone has come in between two people who still think and care about each other. Somebody came and got in between that because they truly loved the other person, one of the two. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, no, I took it out. I'm sorry. Anyway, so someone came in between the two of you, and because they really love the person. And I feel for some of you single Virgos, it could be you realizing that they don't love you anymore. So you kind of getting something, some karmic back, if that makes sense. It's some karmic blessing here. Or it could be happening to you, right? If that makes sense, you could be her, you could be him, something like that. But somebody could be coming in between that, and then now there's a realization that there was always this connection, something like that. It's going on here. It's very strange how those cards fell out. But nevertheless, there's going to be a wanting to kind of get out there, or reconcile with someone, but it'll be very hard to do because it's like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. They're married now. I don't know how I'm going to do that type of thing. And wanting to get back out there will be difficult to do as well. Some of you want to reconcile with the past, like a past person. Sagittarius can be very significant in Cancer. And this is for Virgo singles. I do see you may have a player coming your way, or can only be a bit of a player to someone, because again, there's just too much hang-ups somebody has. Either you're attracting people with a lot of hang-ups, or it's you. So there's some stress, aggravation, worrying about the past. Somebody also wants to come in and apologize, make it right. There could be somebody, like I said, lying to you or liking you, but they may know that it's like, no, that person is not ready for that. Some of you Virgo and men have to come out the closet, or you will be coming out of the closet, or something about your relationship will be exposed here. Some of you are ready to kind of play and be less and invested in relationships. There's gonna be attraction, a deep attraction for someone, but again, you can't get with them, they can't get near you, but you're matching each other's energy. You're matching each other's energy. So there's somebody that you cannot have that you want so bad, and they could feel it too, and they may be saying, why the hell am I thinking about them? Or vice versa, and it's because you're matching each other's energy bad. Okay, so Libra, go check out the general and the work. How do they feel about you? That's coming up, and that should probably be up already, or it's coming right after this. Now we're going to focus on love, and we're going to read couples as well as singles, and I guess we'll start with couples first. You love them, you care about them, and giving them another chance, but you may be also giving them a warning as well. You may want more love, so you're giving more love to receive more. Getting together could be a challenge. Moving on, things moving ahead could be a bit of a challenge between the two of you. And you may be also feeling like this relationship has a lot of secrets, and you may know more than what they know here. You also want people to respect your boundaries if there aren't any. But I also see some of you, and for some of you, there definitely could be a willing to invest more, or wanting to kind of know what's going on with their actions. Because it's like you may be wanting more from this, or willing to do something more, but it's like they're dragging their feet. And then you could be married, but it's like, when are we going to? It could be something that simple, or it's like, well, when are we going to, that sort of thing, a little bit more serious. But I do see playing the game and being nice, so that, right now it's like you're just, playing your position and keeping it cute. They like the sex with you. They're feeling very horny. They're taking things one step at a time and being pretty consistent. They may like the consistency with you as well. But there could be a third party here. It's like, well, you have to get rid of such and such. Or this person may be difficult for them to just choose one person. So there's some monogamy. It could be a challenge here, making a decision and changing your ways. But they feel like you are very significant to them. They kind of put you on a pedestal, Libra, right? Am I doing... Yeah, Libra. Okay, so I need to start putting little cards for myself. They get pretty... they think that you are very significant. They think extremely highly of you, Libra. And someone worthy to invest in, because you may bring them a lot, like you bring them money and opportunity, and you know, but there's some stress and worry. Hopefully nobody's in jail. Somebody can be stressed and worried because they're in jail, or life just needs to change and be better. So there's some stresses there. This person may not be telling you exactly what all they have going on, but they have like some side stuff going on, and holding back quite a bit because they need to get their act in order. It's that type of thing. And I know I think I'm talking about couples here, but this person could have gotten themselves in a pickle and a pinch, and you don't really know what all is going on. And they're trying to clean that up before they can fully get right, if that makes sense. I see spending time, making up for lost time, feeling like this is a really good connection, like we could really do this situation, or feeling more like you're committed. I'm really committed. Somebody's going to give up their player ways, or drop the player and focus more on this relationship, because this relationship seriously can result into a marriage, something long term. Here. Yep. And two people really starting to kind of choose to commit. It could come out of nowhere, where it's like, well, first they used to be like this, and now it's like they used to be, yep, like this. And now all they do is work and focus on the more practical areas in us. And now I'm here. It's something like, it's this type of situation where it's like, when you stop wanting something, or it's like, I really can't even give them this. That's what they're willing and ready to give you. And it's like, you know, that type of thing. It's kind of like when you get pregnant right after, or let's say you go to the gym and you get your body to the perfect place that you want it to be, and then you're knocked up. It's that type of thing. It's like something is taken away from you. It's just when you're not, it's not the right time. Well, now this person want, you know, and they're bringing the goods. They're bringing the goods. Okay, singles. Hopefully you have just as good of a read than couples, because it's looking really good over there in a couple. So hopefully you guys have something coming up for you. You want to give love another chance, but there is some unresolved stuff that still needs to be worked out here. When it comes to love, when it comes to clarity, some of you are knocked up, so, and then you happen to be pregnant. It's like, oh shit, what am I gonna, like, so there's some things that needs to be taken care of when it comes to love. And you're not in the mood. Some of you could be really like overindulging in everything just to get over the fact that, you know, you're not in a love state here. This is so funny. Okay, let me keep going. And you still want your past person because things just fit and made sense when it made sense. And it's going to be hard for you to kind of give of yourself and open yourself up, but somebody's going to come in and really want to give of you, or they will be someone that you may say, huh, I could love you. You have a whole lot more love to give them for some of you, but you could definitely, you want to invest in their cup. And I see somebody could be right around the corner. Yeah, they can give you everything you need, them or others. You have a few people to choose from. Yep, one for sex, one for a nice little love play, and then it gets a little bit hectic. It can get a little bit, what are we going to do? And it won't stay a threesome, because quickly someone will outbeat the other person. And that's kind of what said with Libra singles reading. Libra couples reading. So, yeah. I see love, like I said, coming up for some of you guys. That could be more secretive, but then gets out, becomes very obvious. Someone can indulge quite a bit, and the more and more you get to know this person, there could be a sense of discovering like, oh, you do that, you're into that sort of thing. Work can get in the way when it comes to love, but there's an opportunity to continue to try again, and to be entertained by somebody. Some of you are still thinking about love from the past, or something real. And while there could be someone right in your face of like, here I am, I'm real, I can give you, there could be a still mourning of the past, or being very superficial and ideal of what you want. Well, he has to be this, she got to look like that. And what you have, and what it is that you really have that really will blow you away. This may not be something that you even give the time of day to, because you're just not in that energy field. So be very intentional and try to get away from superficial or an ideal, and just really focus on the more important areas of what you need in a partner, because there's someone, or someone will be, and you've got to be ready enough or able to see it. Okay, Scorpio, go check out the general as well as the work read. How do they feel about you at work? And we're going to focus on love now. This is about general. This is a love reading for couples as well as singles, and we're going to look at couples first. Your person is a provider, but you could be disappointed or heartbroken from them. It could be a separation that's happening here, temporary. This person may not step up to the plate, and they're not providing maturity. This could be third party and someone's interfering in the relationship. I see two men here. I'm also hearing somebody needs to come out the closet. Like a male energy has to come out the closet. Some of you are kind of, what the hell? Your ex is going to come back out of nowhere, whether it only takes a thought and it's like they're texting, they're calling. Or if you reach out at all, then it becomes, if you're having any problems in your relationship, Scorpio, one phone call with the next, they're coming back. They want in, and then it gets a little tricky because you're still not over or done with your partner here. And some of you could want to indulge and get things back because it's like, well, I'm getting all my needs met now. Now you feel that this relationship is pretty broken. You're missing them. You want to spend time. If you're not spending time with them, again, you're going to need someone. So it's like, well, yeah, I'm going to do, that sort of thing, and probably make a decision, a haphazard decision, because you aren't taking the separation or the breakup well. It also could be a money factor. So you want someone else to, help. That makes sense. Which it looks least about that and more about, the emotional wanting. You both are matching each other's energy. This person thinks extremely ideal of you, that you've been any and everything to them. But there's been somebody is like either been finessing the other person with when it comes to money, or making them believe that, hey, we are, or someone's been using the other person when it comes to money, because one thing the two of you have is energy together. You are matching each other's energy like crazy. So no matter if you're apart from one another or broken up, yeah, I can see why you're broken, because it's a very significant relationship and you've built a lot together, or you're both significant people in your own right. But there's been some challenges with true intentions or manipulation. I do feel like they're going to communicate and reach out. It could be quite confrontational, but they will. It could also be an expectation that they're putting on you, like, you better get back to me now. And they also are not taking the breakup or the disconnect between the two of you well. They're not. They're kind of by themselves. They still love you and care about you. And if it was a third party outside person, money or intention, something like that got in the way, they do think about that sort of thing. But I don't see making a move toward you either. Somebody will let their emotions and desires get the better of them, and that's all they want is another person, or is the other person, rather. Sex and everything else is on both of your minds, and god damn, this relationship is fucking intense, because there's a lot of love, there's a lot of desire, but there's like also, I don't know if it's like we can't be together, or we're just going to stay apart from each other. I can't do this anymore, but who the fuck else are you going to do it with? It's just intense. It's very intense. And it has, what the hell? Because it's like, oh, because somebody is not being, see, all I'm pulling is just the complete energy now. Somebody is not being committed, or someone is not going to play into control, something like that. But there's a lot, a lot of feelings between the two of you. Very intense feelings, matching each other's energy every step of the way. Somebody is completely tore up. It seems like it's you, Scorpio, about this breakup. Like crying, like having a hard time. Somebody's having a hard, both of you is not taking it well, but one of you are having a really hard time over this breakup. And somebody's also going to be missing that money. Something about money and something like that is going to be missing. And especially if a child is involved, someone's finances will be light and day. Like, because the other person is no longer there. Something like that. Okay, singles. Whew. That couple was crazy. It's crazy. You're very attractive, women, intense and masculine. You do want to be courted. You want to take someone out, spend some time, but getting all the way to the finish line, it's like, I don't want to get married again. No, I don't want to do this again. Or no, I don't want something that deep and heavy. They're healing. You're healing or have healed from the past. Some of you need to heal from the past because you haven't learned your lessons, so you haven't been able to close the cycle of the past, and you have cutting out the past, or getting to a conclusion about things and cutting things out, so maybe something new then after can come. Yeah, and feeling like you're not even seen. Feeling like you could also be attracting broken people. Some of you are just growing and growing up. So people that will pay for you. You may feel like you're past that. You don't want that anymore, but it's always an option. And it's like, or and you might pay. But it's like you need more. Singles, you need more. There's more that you need. You can't stay in this little box. Some of you may say, I can't get married, or marriage has been a problem in the past, but you need something healthy, because a marriage is something you really would want. You want something real, something deep. You're Scorpio, but there's a sense of having to rid yourself of what people can do for you. Like, this is a sense that you've got to evolve past a state of being, if that makes sense. Something like that. Huh. Damn. Oh my goodness. Well, you're all over the place, and a lot of it has to do with a breakup, or relationship that there could be children involved, or this relationship was a long-term relationship. You could be getting readings, pulling cards left and right. Wanting this person to come back, but there's a sense of kind of moving on from it all at the same time, but also at the same time watching someone. So you're very conflicted when it comes to love, and all the hell over the place. And there's a sense of you of having to rid yourself completely of someone, whether it be, okay, we're going to finally get a divorce, but rid yourself and cut yourself out, because there's a lot of karmic spiritual stuff that just keeps you hanging, just keeps you hung up in the balance before anything else can kind of come in at this time, or even down the line. Hey, Sagittarius. Okay, go check out the general as well as the work. How do they feel about you at work? Reading. That should be up or will be dropping right after. So this is a love reading now, and we're going to focus on couples as well as singles, and I guess we'll go with couples first. You may feel your person is a player, a manipulator. Can even be, yeah. And you're guarding yourself against your person. They also could be guarding themselves against you. There's a sense of you feel like this relationship is broken, and now it could be affecting money. Money was a huge problem between the two of you. The have versus the have-nots was a problem here, and even for some of you, once the child came, like it was okay until child or children came, and that kind of it became broken. But it's definitely something that's broken, and it's just because the two of you are two different people. There's a sense of you wanting them to come back. You miss them, or wanting them to come see the children do right, something like that. And you may even be comparing them to an ex, if you will. And I do see you getting very serious, or this person being difficult toward you. So you could find yourself either having to be very stern with them, and you've got to be consistent in being stern with them, cutting them off and staying cut off from the person. Something that has to be consistent, because that's what's going to lead to a sense of reestablishing something. And that person could be treating you that way as well. Definitely that's how a woman is treating a man. Hold on. And you'll still be caring about the person in the future, or them you. And I do see you're going to be giving to this relationship, whether it be like financially giving and doing some part. You may even be instructed to do that. This person is not doing well between between this breakup and something else, maybe two other things, but they're not doing so well secretly. They still want you. They want more than just sex, but they do miss the sex. They miss the passion between the two of you. Money definitely is a problem in this relationship between the two of you. Or deciding exactly what they should do. Someone making a decision. There's a sense of still being attached to a past situation. Or that could have created the problem between the two of you. This person may be making it clear about money. So I keep saying money here. This person, if the two of you are not together, then it's all about the money that someone owes and what they have to do. If it's not about money or children or that sort of thing, then it is someone will give, want to see you, want to spend time, will pay because they want to be next to you. They want some time with you. And again, they're not doing so well emotionally between the two of you. But they also could be kind of cutting you out or not talking to you because you're out there doing, someone is being all that they can be, and the other person has no other choice but to cut it out. And I do feel like your person is kind of going to be moving on and also wanting to kind of reconcile. It's weird, if that makes sense. It's either your person could be moving on from this, and if the two of you don't come back together again, like they're going to move on and get into something else, or they're going to try to move on from this between the two of you and want you to kind of step up to the plate, or vice versa, something like that. I don't see much action. Somebody's focusing more on work, and then a text, a phone call, and expectation comes in. Somebody's really going to be holding back and also not paying any money or not giving up anything of value. Spending a lot of time disconnected here while there's a lot of indulgence. Focusing a lot on work and kind of waiting for this love to repair. I do see the two of you. Yeah, I see the two of you coming back together, but it's not in somebody's best interest to do that, because I do feel like there could be like nefarious behavior toward one person to keep them spiritually stuck and locked. Something like that. Here. They're going to get their karma for that, though. Here. That's what I see. It's just not in someone's best interest to keep this going, but they would have to kind of evolve in order to... They'd see it, but they have to evolve in order to take that on fully, if that makes sense. Oh, wait. Okay. So singles. Sagittarius singles. Ooh, you're very attractive and alluring. You're even intimidating. Like, don't be surprised if people are like wanting to like just have sex with you on sight. Like, you're very, very desirable at this time. But you want something long term. You don't want to just have sex or have someone be possessive over you. You could be coming across very harsh, difficult, and that could be a challenge. Why? But some of you are saying, well, I'm protecting my heart. Well, there's ways to do it. So some of you are going to have to switch this up, you know, and kind of let somebody in. It's like his dick's everywhere. No, I'm joking. Also, if you were a Sag man, there's a lot of competition. Like, if you want someone, it's like 100 of you wanting that same person. So perhaps you need to be changing up what you are attracted to. You know, just start looking for other things and being attracted. Open yourself up to other things. And ladies, down boy. We know. It's a lot, but you know. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Some of you still have a feeling for your ex here. And secretly they want to come back into. This person still has feelings for you. You have... I don't see new love coming your way. The energy out there right now, those people are going through it. So steer clear of singles, relationships, or single people out there, because it's just a mess. You'll turn into someone's psychiatrist without being paid, or someone who just wants to have a good time. And I do see you have an earth sign that is acting like an air sign, even could be a fire sign, or you have an air sign. It could be any sign, but someone who is being very logical and they're not allowing themselves to give in to whatever it is that they want. They feel embattled when it comes to you, but that's going to quickly change. And they'll give it a chance only to feel embattled again. There's some issues here. I don't know if there's like a past person. This is a past person or someone new, but this is karmic, because I just told you to stay out of new stuff, because someone isn't really, they're not, that's a lot. Ooh. It's that type of thing where it's like, well, I knew better, but it's like, and then when you get taught a lesson, that type of thing, or you come to realize that someone is mentally ill, like there's some mental illness going on, or someone is imprisoned or something like that. Going out, having a good time, or being an option to do that. Focusing more on you, evolving, wanting more here. thinking about a particular person or wanting someone that you can give your love to, marry, and be fully committed to. And that's going to take time. The real stuff takes time. And the player, the one that's right around the corner, is someone that gives you the love and affection. That makes sense. But this is going to be someone that holds back the things that you truly want. Does that make sense? So someone that you really want, that will be your ultimate person. That person takes time. That energy takes time. But if someone's giving you attention now, and saying all the right things, doing all the right things now, yes, it can result into a relationship, and then a child is exposed and all of that. But this person doesn't have true intentions, and eventually it'll be all for naught, if that makes sense, because they're going to move on to the next person that they can, love bomb, if you will, because your energy, I don't see the part now, it's showing up like this. So you're attracting all the boys and the girls to the yard. Okay, Capricorn, let's go check out the general for the week ahead, as well as how does your job feel about you? I had to think about that for a minute. So this is a love reading, and we're going to focus on couples as well as singles, and we're going to start with couples. There's been a change in this relationship. Some of you are reminiscing and missing someone, or trying to move ahead in spite of. There's been some devastation here in trying to kind of let things go. But it may be difficult to get what you feel you deserve, what you need to make things right, to get things back on track. And someone is not communicating, not really open to resolution. You also may want to avoid courts and decisions that you don't have any control over, but that may also be the challenge. There's some things that you are going to set the record straight. You may say something to them or someone, and it gets kind of put out on blast, so some things may get exposed. It could be you or some others or outside people, and you really don't know how to handle or how to move forward, because you don't want things to get out of hand again, to some extent as well. And there's could be some talks regarding children, so this could be like a family issue, family affair. So some of you are going to either accept an offer, a reply from them, or you will make one. And it kind of will come out of the blue. For some of you, it'll be a surprise visit, a surprise travel. And then there's some offers that come. So things are you're at least wanting to turn some things around, having thought about some things. What was I gonna say? So your person is not feeling so great. Your person is kind of very stubborn right now, for lack of a better word. They're stubborn. They don't feel like they're getting enough attention or respect to some extent, acknowledgement. And they're kind of going within, being more secretive to themselves. It's more independent isolation, really, but it's some self-isolation or protection that they're doing. They're going to become despondent down the line, and there's some sense of feeling a bit burdened. I don't know if they're burdened by money, responsibility, that sort of thing, but there's a sense of feeling a bit burdened, or you and them, they may feel like you feel burdened to them, or vice versa, and not really trusting and feeling a bit overwhelmed, like it's all on them, if that makes sense. or that's how you behave. So there's some real clear disconnect here. But they're going to be feeling disconnected, or probably you could find that they're on, off, highs and lows. They could, if you do make a move out of nowhere toward them, I can see them responding properly, but expecting it to be something right away as it will be for you. It's going to take more time for them, but that means that they mean it. So if they offer you something to speak or see each other, whatever, it is with true intent to eventually get to a better place, honestly, earnestly, but it's going to take time. One of you are out here being all that you can be. Distance could be a problem in this relationship. Also someone's ego. But they're still wanting to connect because love is here, and there is time, something about love time, or the wanting to establish something real. Okay, this family is involved. It's bigger than just you and them. And it's not really clear where things is landing between the two of you, because you're starting to kind of have different energy, if that makes sense. Start to develop different energy between one another, but the passion is there. Okay, that's for couples. Okay, couples, singles, Capricorn singles. You're focusing on work. Some of you could be focusing on a particular person, and you're starting to really feel something for them, or considering opening up. You want to love. You want something lasting because you put the past behind you. So you want something that's romantic and fun, and but you also kind of want to unleash a wilder side of yourself. You kind of want to see what's out there. You don't want to follow the same routine and fall for the same people. You want something that's a little bit more daring, a little bit more taboo. You have a past person who still is giving to this or wants to give to it, but also may have some secret feelings that you don't know about. And I see you pretty much enjoying life. You may have some good things going on in your life, getting a lot of attention, receiving victory and accolades for the works that you've accomplished. Travel could be a focus at this time, and kind of wanting to some of you are going to just want to establish yourself and focus on you and really enjoy the energy that you have around you, that is more focused upon you, and you're not going to rush something because you want something real, which I do see a possibility of something coming in that could be more divine, right? But it still comes with some past experiences as well. So it's not going to feel like completely new. There'll be some things that karmically you still have to go through with this new person, if it's a new person coming in. But this connection is a more karmic, a spiritually based connection that I see coming in next for you. Singles. I usually do a couple more cards. I don't know, just gonna be looking good. Some of you are focusing on family, getting things together, fixing things around the house. There could be some conflicts with you and another, especially if you share children, and that could kind of run you hot and cold. That could put you in a bit of a funk because of it. And if you're not in that kind of like a funk, then you'll be focusing more on work. So it's kind of like either you're focusing on work, you're seeing what's going on with a particular person or trying to avoid someone altogether, or you're kind of like, I'm not in the mood to do anything and I really don't know where everything is going to go. So you're going through a lot of introspection and a lot of internal stuff and unresolved things as well. Okay, Aquarius, go check out the general reading and the how do they feel about you at the workplace reading that's up or will be up after this. Let's get into love, and we're going to focus first on couples and then we'll do singles. Your person may have really kind of like did a number on you, and you're trying to move on from this person, or respecting that they're doing that, and it really has you in your head over the situation. And it's hard to forgive and forget. It's hard to start all over again for some of you Aquarius out there. And yeah, as you're even more conflicted, it's almost like I don't necessarily want to keep doing this, and I don't want to see who else is out there either. So and you may feel like as much as you want to get past whatever the challenges are, you find yourself getting kind of back in it in one way or another, whether it be I'm all in my head over it, or me interacting with someone or people could be quite challenging and difficult. And some of you could have an option with an ex, because things aren't completely over with that, but you may realize sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard that big bang, but I apologize. And your person, like I was saying, you have a past situation, but it's probably better to move past that. And I do feel like you're going to kind of lead with love or care toward your person, or want to receive it. So you may reach out or trying to play nice, trying to play your role is what it looks like to me. The person kind of emotionally wants to walk away and they're not coming forward toward you. They worry about the situation between you and them. They think about it quite a bit, or for some of you, they're going through some things. And the challenge is to continue to wait, to expect anything, and to reach out, right? So they're at a conflict. They're secretly going to want you, and kind of want to stop being so stubborn and reach out again, and they may just do that. For some of you, they do expect whatever you're owed to come through, if they owe you anything, money-wise, that sort of thing. But I do see, if you reach out, they'll be right there doing the same thing. But you both have been going through something. I don't know what you're going through, but you're damn sure going through something. But it's like, well, we're trying to get on the other side of it and get past it. But for both of you internally, it's like, no, this is a problem. You know, we can't keep going on this way, because it's truly affecting both of you on every level. Okay. We're still on Aquarius couples. I see a willingness to communicate. For some of you, it could be about money. It could be about, standing together for all the things I mentioned. Getting down to true communication, but communication could also stop out of nowhere. Work gets in the way. Someone holding back a lot emotionally and being more strategic. It's the kind of toxic connection that the two of you share that makes it very difficult for either one of you to leave this behind. And so then someone has toxic traits and may start looking, stalking, and watching the other person. I feel like it's both of you, but one of you could be more busy than the other. So it's like, well, I don't even have time to do these things. I'm too busy working. But yeah, there's some issues still from both of you, but it's also still a strong passion and kind of toxic connection that won't let go. Okay, Aquarius. Singles. You're looking like someone that that deserves to be invested in. You're not so sure when it comes to love. Some of you have been alone for quite some time, and I don't know how it's affecting you, but it is starting to have an effect. You're getting a little too comfortable with being single for all this time. And you may feel like things will kick up and start happening, but where does it go? That's the point. Making a decision, the next stages of making a decision is kind of challenging for you. Some of you are really affected by your ex and they've done a number on you. Hopefully then nobody's trying to put the other person in jail or in some type of spiritual bondage. Because I do see that where it's like someone's gone really a prisoner. So a past person is really, some of you, your past person or how you feel about them is very difficult, very challenging. They've changed your life in some kind of way. And I do see someone could be coming in. There could be some new love here, but you may just pass it by, not even pay attention because you want to hold on to what you have. So it's going to take some time for you to really notice someone new. Yeah, here. You can find yourself being very irritable, Aquarius, cursing people out and giving them what for, being very aggressive. I'm trying to think who's an Aquarius out there. Like, what's going on with you guys for the past several readings? It's just gotten progressively a little bit more challenging. It's saying to get back to your loving self, open yourself up to receive as you are willing to give love a chance, or just at least like someone if it's just safe enough to like them but they don't take you away from your focus. Then open yourself up a little bit, but also you have to get rid of all this baggage that you have. That's a problem too. So that's what it's saying to do. I see worrying and then focusing more on work. Some of you may be trying to make love happen and someone's trying to do that with you. But strong karma is there. So before it can even get started, you may want to end it, but it's not really up to you. It's something about you having to face something with a partnership that's karmic. It could be a past partnership. It could be a new person that feels very familiar, and you keep wanting to focus on work, and that's how you, what do you call it? You divert from having to give into it. Like you're kind of scared to do that, but it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up and it keeps coming back and it keeps coming up, and you keep looking over there. You keep, you want to do it, but you've got to gain the courage to say, I'm just going to do it. Let me just do it. Let me just do it. Pisces, go check out the general reading as well as the what does your job think about you. We're focusing on love right now, couples and singles, and we're going to focus on couples first. Some of you are trying to get your peace or reconcile privately with your person, get on a page with them, letting go of the nonsense, because there's mutual feelings here. And I do feel like some things were said, but that may be challenging to accept for you or the other person, if not both. Okay, you want to work this out. You care about them. And I do see that you're going to be sending them love and care, that sort of thing, and wanting to work things out. If there's some issues when it comes to money, finances, I feel like you'll be kind of having to talk about that and get back to squaring that away with them. But I see you going back. There's a lot of unresolved things with this relationship you need to focus on. And for some of you, it's, well, we need to talk about child support. We need to talk about having to handle something, and you may be approaching it in a caring way, but eventually this will be behind you and you may find yourself single. And this is for Pisces couples. And it could start very slow, where you're kind of just taking on life on your own for whatever reason, that you've got to take life independent. And as you're doing that, you start to become more and more at peace and even wanting your independence, the money that you make, making more money, making good money, that sort of thing. Like you're liking that life, and maybe not so much with this person. They're worried about you, but they've kind of made a decision, or they're trying to get clarity, or want to communicate. There's some drama between the two of you. Either you've had drama and now there's no communication, and they're just kind of exhausted and really they don't want to deal with it. They may still have feelings for the past. They're thinking about things when it comes to the two of you. They may also accuse, like the man may be accusing the woman of stepping out because he can't do anything, or he's depressed. So he's kind of calling her out on it. And it's just the two of you are really not in the same space. It's like, well, someone's in the mood, the other person is not. And there could be accusations and lack of communication and punishing, then worrying about not being together, not communicating. And it's this hot and cold, but but also the demand is on the partner when they want to demand and command something. So it's almost like some type of little bit of dictatorship. Like, when I want to be bothered, make yourself available, but don't make me feel any kind of way, because then I'll shut down. Some nonsense. Work. I see also want to be focusing on the other. Could be daydreaming, thinking about the other person as well. Children become a focus, but they can also be like someone just blurting out their love. Like, there's love here. It's either blurting out their love, letting the other person know how they feel. And again, this is for singles. Only to walk away, or will not contact, still have feelings, but is deciding quietly to walk away. This is for singles. And then there's a desire to want to come in. Got cards flying all over the place. Wanting to come in, but then it stops. So there's blockages here. It's almost like people are being denied one another. I don't know if this is a new person. It definitely could be a new person coming in. It could be a new person that comes in that has staying power, but it doesn't come without you still having to deal with, or one of you having to deal with, some past stuff. But it can work. It has kind of staying power because there's a lot of newness you both are wanting and can provide for each other. Interesting.